Hello and welcome to the Reykjavík Grapevine's Newscast. My name is Valur Grettisson and I'm the editor-in-chief at the Reykjavík Grapevine. With me is Polly, of course. It's a wonderful weather outside. It's like 10 degrees and a lot of rain. Not your everyday autumn weather in Iceland actually, but I mean, so it goes. It's Thursday today and we have to do news. First of all, I want to tell you about the titans of Icelandic photography combined in a discount box in our Grapevine store with two true classics, Faces of the North by Rax, hands down one of the greatest photo books I've ever seen, and then Planet Iceland by Sigurgeir Sigurjónsson. And there is no coincidence that they call it Planet Iceland. It's because Iceland is otherworldly very often, and this guy is brilliant in drawing that out. But what I want to show you, and I love candy, especially chocolate, is this will also be in the same package. And this is just downright artwork in itself. This is winter collection with Omnum chocolate. And you can see here, we should actually have like, we should have like a box opening in crappy weathers. How would that be? I think we have given some YouTubers an idea, right? So, this is, let's just open this. Art, do you want chocolate? Of course you won't. Of course you do. So, here, Polly. Nothing here for you. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry, actually. Yeah, it's like crazy things in this. You can see here is a postcard. If you want to send me back, here's the stuff, the goodies. Polly wants some. Have it like this. This is beautiful design. Omnum is, of course, our absolute favorite chocolate factory of them all. A factory that just, I think they literally had made this with their heart or something. It's wonderful in so many ways. Yeah, just give me a moment, Polly, and then we'll be on it. Yeah. Like this, and now I can use it for my news. So, keep in mind you can get this in this discount box, but of course not this one because me and Art we are going to eat this. So, let's go into the news. I'm going to start with the bomb scare. There was an odd, well not odd, but so it goes. There was a bomb scare in a cargo plane that was flying from Germany to Kentucky in the US. And there was UPS in the US got message that there might be a bomb aboard on this plane. Now, this plane was then directed to land in Keflavíkurflugvöllur, our international airport, Leifsstöð, as we call it often. And this airport, this meant that basically that they weren't going to land in Iceland. They ended up landing in this airport in Iceland. And the bomb squad, the SWAT, Víkingasveitin, and you name it, they all came there and they strapped the plane and they were looking for something and they found a package. Now, this happened last night and the operation was going on the whole night and it was massive. It was so massive that there were 5 flights that they had to actually direct to other places. 2 were directed to Scotland, 1 to Egilsstaðir, which was in the east of Iceland, and some other airports as well. And of course, a lot of flights delayed because of this. So if you're wondering why your flight was delayed yesterday, it was because of this. Now, but what was in the package? The bomb, right? Well, like everything in Iceland, it's not ever very serious, is it? They found out that in this box was a package with fireworks as well as replicas of guns. I don't know, what's up with guns these days? There was also this liquid in this package They haven't analyzed it yet, but they are working on it. Hopefully it's not drugs. I'm guessing it's just Icelandic, or perhaps just German brennivine, or like hard liquor. I mean, who knows? This was not as big as people thought. And of course, add to this the terrorist scare that is happening in Iceland right now. This was obviously quite huge news in Iceland. For people perhaps thought, when it was very unclear what was happening, that here might be something more sinister happening. But thankfully, it was not the case. Now, talking about that, the terrorist plot. The terrorist plot that was foiled is still as much of an enigma as last time we met. The police said that they were going to have a press meeting yesterday, but they postponed it for no good reason. They just said that they had to do it today. They're going to do it at 3 o'clock today. We didn't have time to wait for that because we have to do so many things to get this out to you at 5 o'clock. So it ended up being basically like we're still in the dark. But the thing is that one of these alleged terrorists, which is in detention, his detention is running out today. And they have to try to prolong it today if they want to do that. And then they have to go through like in front of a judge. They have to ask him, present their evidence and so on. I actually met these photographers earlier today, which were waiting for this moment to happen in the judicial court of Reykjavík. But around 11 o'clock, it hadn't happened yet. So there is a possibility that one of these men will be let go, but it's very unclear. Hi, Polly. Hey. Polly has a friend. Hi. Fallegur þessi. Íslenskur 400 eða? Ah. Já, við erum að gera fréttir fyrir Grapevine. Já. Ef þú nærð honum, þá bara nærð honum. Já. Okay, she's not hating this, that's for sure. So on with the news. There is not many information that have been added to anything of this. We only know that there are 2 people still in custody, but we do know that they have been looking for houses. Perhaps it's stop a little bit. Við þurfum alltaf bara að hittast meira hundar, sko. Við erum bara orðin ástfangnir, sko. It's actually not that often that Polly wants to play with other dogs. She's more of a human dog, than a dog, I guess. So it's, yeah, I think we will have to go to a play date with these dogs. Yeah, as I said, the police has been searching a lot of houses all this week. They have been on overdrive, literally, trying to find something more. And it will probably be presented today if they found something more that strengthened their case or not. But right now, Icelanders are very skeptical about all of this. They are not very convinced that this was a terrorist plot at all. There is nothing that indicates yet, at least, that these men were radicalized in any sense. And therefore, I mean, of course, they might have been doing a lot of illegal things. There is nothing that says that they were not doing that. But a terrorist plot is a very different thing. And especially when you have like a dark history of terrorism not in Iceland, of course, but in the Nordic countries. We have Anders Breivik. Just earlier this year, there was a shooting in Sweden at a gay bar. All alt-right nuts that were going absolutely overboard. And as you can understand, these neo-Nazi anger can be stronger in the Nordic countries because we are very liberal. We are in general, and especially in Iceland, where Icelanders have a very positive mind towards LGBTQ+, and although we could definitely do better when it comes to all of this. So, we'll see. If you want to know more, of course, about this terrorist plot as well as this press meeting, you can go to grapevine.is later today. It's at 3 o'clock in Icelandic time. No idea what it is in any other times, but there is a difference. Also, good news. The biggest film event ever, biggest in the idea, like in the sense of time and cost, is going on right now in Iceland. Jodie Foster, you probably know her name. She's a very famous actress. Obviously, she won an Oscar, was in the fantastic film Silence of the Lambs. She's also a director and so on. She's in Iceland, or at least on her way to Iceland, with a lot of people, and they will be in Iceland for 9 months shooting this new series of True Detective, an HBO series. I don't know if you saw the first one. It was a masterpiece in my mind. Not that much fond of the second or the third, but perhaps the fourth will be a masterpiece also. She's in Iceland and she will be here for 9 months, and they will be shooting all of these scenes and the whole series in Iceland. And what's most interesting is that this whole project is said to cost 9 billion Icelandic krona, which is around $50 million. Part of the decision for them to shoot this series in Iceland is because the government is refunding 25 up to 35% of the cost of the production, which basically means that Icelanders will pay back the film industry, Hollywood, 3 billions of these 9 billions in krona, of course, not in dollars. Yo. Jodie Foster also has another connection with Iceland, which is interesting. And perhaps this is a good movie for you if you haven't seen it before. It was a pretty famous one. There was this Icelandic movie that Benedikt Erlingsson directed. A fantastic Icelandic director and an actor as well. And this movie was called A Woman Goes to War, or Kona fer í stríð. It's an environmental comedy thriller, kind of. And Jodie Foster bought the right to this movie and might be doing it in English for the English market, American market, with a lot of money to do so. The movie is fantastic, by the way. It's incredibly it's not the dark gloom real social drama as the Scandinavian movies can often be. It's actually quite humorous. And inventive in many ways. So you should definitely see that movie actually. It also has a very cool comment just about environmentalism and so on. And so, also of course, Benedikt, he actually won the Nordic Council Prize in movies for this film. So it's in general, it's an award-winning movie, I guess, if you want to leave Hollywood for a while and check out some Scandinavian Nordic movies. Yeah, that's it. That's it for the news. It's short today, mostly because it's a crappy weather, and Bjartmar is probably calling me. No. Who's calling me? Oh, no. So, remember, of course, our shop, grapevine.is. You can find the shop there, or you can, of course, just find the link for this right down there. And if you buy these 2 books, which are beautiful, you will, of course, get this also, which is even equally as beautiful as everything around these books. And yeah, well, let's hope that it won't be raining and so on next time, but no promises, I guess. And of course, I will tell you everything about this alleged terrorist plot in our next newscast. Hopefully, we will know more about all of this then. So, until then, goodbye. Aðeins meira, já.